So listen up though. This is what I think. I personally think that if you are planning on, your truck got to be stocked though. Now this is what I think is like a best or good starting mod that you could do for your Ram 5.7 Hemi, Ram 1500 5.7 Hemi.
I get a truck bed ASAP. Definitely need one. Make the best garage door springs ever, yo. Early in the morning, gotta do these. These are 2 5/8 garage door springs. And of course, gotta make sure you stay hydrated, you know, every day.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Happy Thursday. I keep thinking today is Friday for some reason. I don't know why. But this week been a very, very slow, raining week in PA. We're supposed to keep getting rain till at least like, I think probably at least like Friday, Saturday. But I got one mod I'm planning on doing to this truck this weekend. While in the meantime, I gotta move my seat back. Currently waiting on some parts and stuff for this truck. Trying to stack up on my parts stack, I'll say. But in the meantime, there's one mod I definitely do gotta do that's definitely necessary. So I noticed on my truck, on this truck, this is why I feel like it's definitely something I need to do now. Good thing I got the parts and sitting at the storage. So I was gonna do it following weekend, but I ain't had the time. But this weekend, hopefully, if we got a nice good weather, hopefully don't rain, I could be able to do it. So it's doing a V6 fan swap, V6 fan swap over from my stock fan that's on this truck. Now the one that I have on this truck now, currently I think it has like the fan cover thing that's on there. That's why I want to get rid of it so much, because it takes up so much space. It is sitting on, it's putting a lot of stress on the I think the water pump pulley or something like that. So I definitely want to get rid of it also, because like the cover that's on there is like cracked, and I think it's the bottom part that's cracked, and it kind of almost close to hitting the fan. We just got my finger crossed right now, but I've been checking it, everything fine. But I definitely got to get that switch off though. But with that being said, let's get into talking about mods that you should start off with for your 5.7 Hemi Ram 1500 if you are planning on modifying your truck, where I think is a good start for you. So while I'm on my 30-minute break, we're gonna get this. I'm gonna get into talking about that. But before I get into that, I want to say, if you are here for the first time, guys, I need you to support the channel. If you support it, if you already clicked that subscribe button, you support the channel already, I definitely appreciate it from the heart. If you haven't already, you're a Mopar guy, car guy, definitely go ahead, hit that subscribe button, support your boy, man. So now look, what I think that mods that I think that really you should start off with this truck. So I'm gonna start off with the gears. My truck right now has a 355 gears on here. Really not the best, but for a pickup truck. So I would start off with going over, swapping out the gears, I think to a 395 or something like that, somewhere. Yeah, something like that. Now, the ones that if you want to, because I know for a fact that most, I think they sell like the it's like it's called True Track. I forgot the exact name of it, but I think it's a part that they sell now. What it does is, if you want to, if you want to do a burnout, your tires, instead of one tire spinning, pretty much they both gonna lock up. One gonna lock, pretty much is gonna lock up to where both could spin, and you're gonna burn rubber like crazy. I've seen a lot of these Ram truck. I think they do like a full swap to where they end up just getting rid of the whole axle, rear axle, and doing like I think it's the 5th generation. I'm not too sure, but I know you could do that. But your gears definitely is something that you could swap over, not just for power. I'm just saying like for putting down some real torque if you want to. That's what is really gonna help you with putting down more torque, because if you got a heavy truck, your truck is a crew cab or quad cab like mine, or crew cab, that's definitely going to be able to help you out. Now, that's why I would say I would start with that. And then the next thing I would say, definitely got to switch over to from your stock air filter system. You got to do a aftermarket cold air intake system. The one I have on here in my truck right now is the Air Raid. Very good. Make the truck sound way good, real good when I hit at least like 2,500 RPM to like 3,000. I can hear like the truck sound definitely. It sounds so good, man. Like now, changing over to that, because your stock ones on these trucks is not the best. They sucked in so much dirt. If you don't believe me, whenever you do an oil change or whatever, tell them to swap out your filter or see your filter. You want to see it, tell them to show you your filter to where you will see, and then also the inside of the filter system, you'll see how much dirt that actually sits in there. It's definitely not good. Also, you're definitely gonna have add a little bit more horsepower over to your truck when you're doing that. So now that would be my next thing. Next thing I would say is I myself is definitely doing with this truck. Now if you don't really have to do much. It depends on where you want to go with your truck or what you plan on doing with it. For me, I got to do a lot with this truck because I want it to be a certain way. Obviously, in the future, I plan on taking it to the track to be able to drag race with it. So now I would say a 6.4 truck intake manifold is a must for power. If you're trying to put down some power, 6.4 truck intake manifold, port it, and definitely got to get it tuned. Now, it's gonna be a little bit pricey, but $1,000, I'll say around there. It's not that bad. I think it's worth it for you to do. Definitely will be a 10 out of 10 for you when you finally have it set up on your truck. Now, one thing I know work best with that's gonna help it is doing a custom camshaft. Custom camshaft is one of them things where it's necessary for you to do, like way necessary, because it's not just gonna help with sound, it's gonna give you more power with the 6.4 truck intake manifold. Now, obviously, if you haven't already put a exhaust system on your truck, do aftermarket exhaust system to where I'll say it could be like I would recommend you doing like a free flow. I wouldn't just do like a muffler, because I feel like you'll get sound, but it's not really like the best to me, in my opinion. Exhaust, headers, long tube headers. Now, it's all of these stuff is all on your preference, but I always recommend for you when you're doing headers or exhaust, long tube headers, free flow exhaust system. Now, if you don't got the kind of funds to be able to do that, obviously you can just do a muffler delete. That's better than you. That's a little bit better than you keeping your stock mufflers on there. But yeah.
All right, y'all. So what I was saying, I know this video is not about this, but try to show you guys something. So this is the cover I was talking about that pretty much take up the whole space in this car, in this truck. So the fan is back there, down there, as you can see, sitting on the water pump pulley. Now that's what I'm be getting rid of this weekend. I got the parts coming in for that. Pretty much it's going to be a whole, like, Dodge, I ain't gonna lie, Dodge has one of the, for the Rams, to be honest, the Rams have a huge engine bay, but the fact is this whole cover thing that they put here take up most of the space. So that's one of the good reasons why it's good for you to get rid of it. Switch over to the E fan or V6 fan, whatever you want to call it. But as you guys can see how cracked it is, this cover is pretty much cracked. So that's one of the reasons why I'm definitely getting rid of it though. But check out this engine bay though. I had to do a quick little clean on the inside, but we about to clean the outside tomorrow. Definitely need, I ain't gonna lie, I need a bed cover. Definitely gonna be getting rid of this. This plastic cover right here, I'm definitely gonna be getting rid of pretty soon once I get a bed cover. All right, y'all, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like every time I clean my truck, I pretty much fall in love with it pretty much again. I don't know, I gotta clean this truck like every 3 days. I'm talking about cleaning the inside, not the outside every time, but it's been raining a lot, so. But I'm definitely gonna be cleaning the outside tomorrow if it don't rain. But I know it's gonna be raining today, so ain't no point in me cleaning the outside and then it's gonna rain. Well, your boy, I'm finally off work. Gotta hit the gym. Gotta hit the gym, man. You gotta definitely make sure. I'm trying to fix my camera. Definitely gotta make sure you take care of your health, man. Your health is definitely wealth. Can't be playing with that. It's important. I know this is a YouTube car channel, wherever you want to see car stuff, but I definitely also the type of guy that I also don't joke about my health. So pretty much like to take it serious, and because you got to think about it, you could have all the money, everything in the world, all the things, material things you want in the world, and if your health tanked on you, becomes bad on you to where you got to be in the hospital bed 24/7, none of them things really gonna matter if you think about it. The only thing that really gonna matter is your health. Like at that point, you're not even gonna be thinking about a car, you're not gonna be thinking about a house, you ain't gonna be thinking about anything materialistic, man. That's why I always say, if you young, definitely if you in your 20s, 30s, even your 40s, you still got a chance. Definitely got to take care of your health. Your health is important, man. Like, I always try to say that. That's why I work out 6 days a week. I'm not saying you got to work out six days a week, but at least do something to keep your body in motion and be active. But with the carb mods, I feel like those mods I shared with you guys earlier today, I definitely feel like those are definitely important if you want to add some kind of modification to your stock truck. I definitely feel like that's where I would start off at. It's definitely something that's important. Definitely way important than you think it is. It's like not, but yeah, that's where I pretty much would start at. I'm pretty much want to start there, I'll say.
Few moments later.
Man, y'all see what's going on outside? A couple hours later, it's pouring outside. But can get one day, one sunny day this week. It's been raining all week, but that's gonna be the end for this video, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay safe and peace out.